Alrighty, folks, Joe from Feel Like Craps. It's a snowy day here in upstate New York, and we are going to get some strategies rolled out for you today using our monthly profits for the month of January. $7,126. We're going to play the DC Builder, and I'm going to take $2,000 out of profit because the dice gods tend to want to roll my don't numbers. So we're going to try to hang tough here with another $2,000 in bankroll. So that being said, there's 500, and we're going to take, I'm actually going to need, there's 1,500, so there's our remainder. Very good. Alright, so we're all good there. We're going to need reds. We're going to need a spare rack. And we're going to need some whites too, so we may as well take care of that. Look at that. Perfect. We'll put these guys back here. That way we're all set up. We have 1,000 plus 2,000. So a $3,000 bankroll to get us going here. On the DC Builder, no line bets on this one. We're going to wait for the shooter to make a point, and then we'll get started. Directing your attention to the bottom right-hand side of the screen where lie the stars of our show. Here they come. 6-1 on the come out. Perfect timing. 6-2-8. Point is 8. And we're going to do 100 in the DC. Dice are out. 5-3-8. Buckshot. We're going to play the strategy and work the come out because we have the don't on a number. So $15 bets on the bottom here. And we're on the come out, and we're going to press, collect, press, collect, press on these guys. So dice are out. Here we go. 6-4-10. We have a point of 10. That's going to be $1 vig, and we're going to get $30 to take back to the rack. Dice are out. And a 4-3-7, if that ain't great. Didn't take long. We got 30. 45, 60, 75, so we need another 25. These guys get to go away. So another 25 will cover the don't bet. Everything will go back to the rack. Quick first shooter, but we made money. Dice are out. Didn't really get to show the strategy, but we made money. There's another 7. 6-1, you're all come out 7. Come out 7 again, pay the line. 5-2 this time. Oh, 617. That's what, 3 or 4 in a row? Hard 6. National average. There's our point. 100 in the DC, and away they go. And away they go again. 0.7 out. Gotta love it. Dice are out. Here we go. 4, 2, 6. We're gonna get off this run of 7s at some point in time. Dice are out. Here we go. 2 craps is a winner. That's a DC winner. Dice are out. 3, 1, 4. And let's get set up. We're not playing what we have the don't on, so we're gonna need some top hats. And away we go. Dice are out. 5, 4, 9. Nina, $21. $15 9 returns $21. That is a collect. The next one, we press everything. Dice are out. Here we go. And we're not going to get a next one. We're going to get a 4, 3, 7. So, we'll take that because that's going to be... Trade that in. Because we got to get to 100. $15, $30, $60, $75, $80. Another, actually, you know what? Take it away and give me another green chip. That'll pay the 100. Not really getting to show the strategy, but we're making the money. Dice are out. Here we go. We gotta have one hot shooter in the gap tonight. 639. Nina from Pasadena. 100 in the DC. Let's see if we can get moving. Hard 10. Puppy paws. That's gonna go behind, and we're gonna do 15 across on everything upstairs here. Dice are out. For the hard way. That's a good one. That's a buck. That'll get us 30. We made it through number 1. The next hit on a box number is going to be a press. We're going to press up everything on top. 639, $21 winner. Everything goes up a unit upstairs, so we have to do a little donation. The next one is a collect. We collect on the next hit. 639 is a $28 winner now that we're at the $20 level. That'll pay 28. The next hit is going to be a press up. We press up on the next hit. Dice are out. Here we go. 516. $28 winner. We're going to pay it the long way because we got pressing to do. And that gets everything on the board to a green chip. So I'll take that dollar and put it back to the rack. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of this can go back to the casino. Except our top hats for the 6 and 8. And the next one's a collect. Dice are out. 325, $35 winner. Next one's a press. 5-1 mixer, $35. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25. And we gotta go to 35. I'm gonna get some white chips here, because we need top hats for the 6 and the 8. We'll take the remainder back after we press up. Dice are out. It's a 9, Nina. That's 6 units, $42. And we get to keep that one. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. Back to back. So we already established what that was, right? 5, 6, it's $42. 25, 35, 40. 2, and we'll pay it the long way so we can press everything up. Got some money to take back to the rack. Dice are out. 5, 1, 6. Gotta think about this one. 30, 42. Well, that'll pay 49. So we'll trade in a buck and get 50. Next one's gonna be a press. 5, 1, 6. $1 for 50, and we'll put everything on, because we're gonna get. We'll press up everything with this one. So there's our 50. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll take one away. So we have cap money, because the 6 and the 8 have special needs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do we got? Oh, we got this and this. And we'll take $1 back. Press up as much as we can here. Dice are out. Here we go. Continuing on. We got a hot shooter. 5, 1, 6. 30, 40, 50, 54. $63 winner. And that goes back to the rack. Next one's a press up, folks. Dice are out. 3 craps. We don't care about a craps number. 6, 4, 10 will get kicked off the don't. And with the kickoff of the don't, I'm clearing everything off, because that's probably our cue that something's coming. We worked long and hard to get these press ups, and if we're gonna go back in the don't again, we may as well cut our losses here. So I'm taking everything down. We'll go back for 100 in the DC. Dice are out. 5, 4, 9. We got the point. So that goes there, and we're going to do the 15 again. We're going to start from scratch. So the 9 was the point, and we got the don't to go to the 9, so the puck should be off. Okay, and we'll work the come out. Dice are out. Here we go. 3, 2, 5 on the come out. Point is 5. That is a $21 winner. And we keep that one. Next one's a press up. We're good. That stays right there. Dice are out. Here we go. 4, 1, 5. Point hit. Back-to-back $21 winners. So, we'll have to donate a little bit here to get everybody pressed up a unit. DC Builder continues on. Dice are out. Here we go. 4, 1, 5. $28. Working the come out. Puck is now to the 5. There's 25. 28. We'll take one back here and press everything up. Forgot if that was a press or a collect. We'll collect the next one. If there is a next one. Dice are out. Here we go. And that's the end. That'll do. All right. Here's 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 75. That's the 7, so that ends our shooter. And you know, I got red chips, so we may as well put those back and just pay the don't with a black chip. All right. We're almost at the 20-minute mark, so we may not continue this much more. We may not continue this much more, depending on how the dice gods feel here, how I think they're behaving. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. We have a point of 8. We're going to go in the DC for 100. Dice are out. 3, 2, 5. We have a 5. And we're going to go across on everything, as the strategy calls for. Cross on everything that's not our no number. That gets left alone. All right, we're all set there. Dice are out. 6, 5. Yo, 11. No help. 5, 1 mixer. That'll be $21. You stay there. We'll take $6 out of the rack. Dice are out. Here we go. That was our press. So now we're going to collect 6, 3, 9, $28. I don't know if we got the order messed up there. Well, we collected that one, so we'll press the next one if there is a next one. And there's not going to be a next one. All right, that's going to be a 6-1. You're all done, son. 40, 20, 40, 60. We lose the cap money. 30, 60, 75. Oh, 30, 45. 15. 30. Oh, we were at the $20 mark. I'm sorry, folks. My apologies. There's 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. This will pay the DC. So everything will come back. One more shooter will suffice. Dice are out. Here we go. That's a come out 7. Pay the line. Easy 4 ace trade, easy way. 100 in the DC, and away they go. And that's the end, folks. We're done. $100 loss on the DC, and that's enough. The dice are telling us we've made enough profit, and it's time to retire. So we're going to retire. This worked out very well. I did stray a little bit from the strategy. I don't think Waylon took down the money after the DC went away. I did because I had a feeling that that was a monster roll. I had money out there, and why not take it back? Especially because by that point, I knew the 7 was coming. It was only a matter of time. So sometimes you got to cut your losses. And you got to know when the limit's the limit. We have $3,000 to get to. So here's 1,000. Too much. 1,500, we're almost there. $2,500 and 3,000. So there is the 3,000 we started with. We had $1,000 initially. We took 2,000 out of profit to play this, so there's our 3,000. The rest is profit. Let's rack them and stack them here. We've got those as far as we can get them, so we'll put them over here. What is this? Is this 100? I think it is. Yep. Just make sure. Yep, it is 100. So that's a black chip. You don't get to go away yet. That will take care of coloring up to 2 green chips. And there we are. Our profit stands thus. $388. Not a bad take-home pay, for sure. Let's get the $1,000 back here into our starting bankroll for the next one, and we'll get our profit stack out here. That's another 500, so that will get us our 2,000 that we started with, our 2,000 that we took out of profit. We'll go back into profit. I'm going to be getting $1,000 chips soon, folks, so we won't have all this purple chip stuff going on. They're on order, as well as some acrylic chip holders, because these chip holders are 3 years old and they're starting to show it. So let's get everything all squared away here. There's another 100. There's another purple chip. Joe Casino has to go in the back room here to get the purple chips, so hold on just a second. Here it is, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $7,518. Not bad for the month of January so far, but, you know, we're still going to roll some more out, so we're probably not going to be at that high a level for much longer. The dice gods will cooperate. If they do cooperate, we're appreciative. If they don't cooperate, we need to know when to stop. All right, that being said, remember, whenever we go to the casino, folks, we should never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. Until the next time, this is Joe from Feel Like Craps. I always feel like craps. I hope that you do as well. Until the next time we meet, be well, stay safe, and as always, I hope every trip to that casino sees those dice gods being forever and always in your favor.